Well, sorry for connection again. We were having issues before the start of the race. That's why we could not start right at 10:30 as originally expected. We made it well over halfway through the race before we suffered network issues again, but we are here to finish the race for the final 107 laps. That's such a tough break, man. I'm really sorry, and I feel bad for myself at the same time, too, just because we had so many viewers over the last video watching, and hopefully we catch enough here at the end as well. Getting around Kyle Busch for position there. Now trying to get around Truex as well, who has put up a fight with us throughout the course of this one as of late. Looking to get right back to the inside of the 19. This is close. Up to fourth. Whoa, man, that got loose. So they tried to run down Keselowski. Definitely got a great battle going on right now. Can we clear him through 1 and 2 now? Yes, we will. Up to third. Jimmy Johnson in second place. A win locks him into the playoffs. Barely on the outside of the cut line coming into this race today. Again, sorry for the network troubles during the course of the last race. I was experiencing issues with that before we started the stream here today, so again, that's just unfortunate. We had a lot of viewers over the course of the last race, and we were having such a great race to this point, too. Shaping up to be possibly a great finish. I'll just have to dissect this into 2 separate videos, I guess. Hopefully we can get through the rest of this race without any more problems. Obviously, we got another stream coming up later tonight at 6 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time as well, and hopefully we can get through that one too. We are closing in on Jimmy Johnson. It's been a while since we've had network issues like that, though. We were on a good run there for a minute. I don't know what the problem is today. I don't know if it's something with the actual PlayStation Network or if it's my Wi-Fi. I don't know. Like I said, we haven't had problems with it pretty much ever on the channel up until the last month or so, since we just had a lot of people on the servers. Everybody being at home because of the coronavirus. Again, once I see who's all in the chat, I'll give you guys a shout out as we try to get around Johnson for second. I can't even turn my phone on right now just to get the see who's all watching. Big run down to the inside there on Jimmy Johnson. Bowman in the mix now as we're 3 wide for the lead into 1 and 2. Almost made contact. We jumped down to the inside to get away from him. Easily clear off of turn 2. And we're right back in the race lead once again. Just less than 100 laps to go in the Southern 500. Kyle Larson in 14th, now going to go a lap down. So the interesting race to the finish as well, not only to battle with these guys, but will we make it to the end of the race on one more stop? As far as the fuel tank goes, we can run roughly 72 laps on a full tank of fuel. But where the problem lies is we've only been able to really run about 60 on tires. We last pitted with 132 to go. So we had to stretch these final couple runs into 66 lap stretches. I just don't know if that's going to be possible. Really hope we don't have to make an extra stop compared to the rest of these guys. Definitely going to hurt our shots of winning this race. Only 12 drivers on the lead lap. Almirola goes lap down once again. He is the first driver one lap down. Not sure who the next driver for position is ahead of us. Austin Dillon's ahead of us, but he's not on the lead lap yet. Has been for a while as we shove into the wall through 1 and 2. Really couldn't get the car to turn that time. Got a 4-second lead on Bowman. 6.5 to Johnson, 7.5 to Kyle Busch, and 8 on Keselowski to round out the top 5 currently. Kurt Busch, Joey Logano were both in the top 5 at one point in time today. They had issues. They have been out of the race for some time now. Logano was running second at the time of his issues. And Kurt Busch was third at the time of his problems. Down to 31% on the right front tire. I don't think we're going to make it anywhere close to even 66 laps to go, which would even kind of cut this run in half. Now Suarez goes a lap down. Wow, we made it stick around the outside of McDowell that time. Oh, Hamlin just slid up into us. We have not had this big of a lead really ever in this race. Nice to have. Not sure how much longer it's going to last though before we have to pit. Again, just hoping we can make it to 66 to go and at least split this final run in half. Don't think we're going to get there. Oh, contact with DiBenedetto. Right front tire now down to 19% tire wear, so yeah, we might have to make a really want to make it a one-stop race to the finish, but it's looking like we might have to make two if we stay green all the way to the end, which would make it a 132 lap race to the finish. That would by far be the longest green flag run that we would have over the course of this race today. And we're catching Tyler Reddick. He'll go a lap down. Now only 9 drivers on the lead lap. When I do hit pit road, I should be able to get the chat back on my phone here. "81 laps left. I don't see us making it to the next 15 laps here. That's how far I'd like to take it. We'd be lucky even to get down to 70 to go at this rate. Oh, into the back of the 66 now. Caution. That's going to shake things up quite a bit. We were probably within about 5 laps of having to pit. Now we have a caution. Hey, Holden, how's it going? See you down there. All right, so we're gonna pit. 4 fresh tires. We're gonna repair any damage we've got on the race car. We lose 2 spots on pit road, so Alex Bowman will lead the field back to green. This is going to be the race now. This is going to be the race to the finish. The green flag is back in the air. Here we go. Pretty good restart to get by Bowman, as Bowman just did not take off there, as we are side by side with Kyle Busch. A little loose off in turn 2. Trying to drive it hard now. What a battle. Into 3 and 4, still side by side. But Kyle Busch will advance with the lead. "76 laps to go." Just outside the pit window for everybody at this point, so at least it evens it out. It's a one-stop race to the finish from here for everybody. How will this play out? And sorry I'm not able to read any of the comments you guys are posting. I had an issue with my network service earlier today before we started this race. And then it finally went out on me again in the middle of the race. So I'm having to use the hotspot on my phone, which is draining my battery pretty quick. So I'm not able to look at the comment section right now. And I really do apologize for the situation, but we are going to get to this race, to the end of this race under this live stream one way or another. And this is probably going to have to be the way we're going to have to go. So hopefully we don't have any more network issues and we can get to the end of this one. Which sucks because we had so many people watching the last race. And I mean, that race is still going to get over a lot of views, but we still had just over 100 laps left when we disconnected. Barely blocking off Truex. Just trying to hold on. Kyle Busch is pulling away about 2 seconds out ahead of us, but if we can just hold on to second place right now, that would be alright. Again, for anybody that has been in the chat here for me to explain the situation, if you guys could pass it on to other viewers throughout the course of this race that might enter the chat to know what's going on, that would be that'd be great, because I just don't want to repeat myself every like 2 minutes. Doing a good job holding on to second, but Kyle Busch did get around us on the top. Now, I should say he kept his track position on the top because we restarted in third. And Bowman has fallen outside the top 5, has not been able to get back there again. And Jimmy Johnson is not quite in the top 5 right now, but he is still around there. Now Clint Boyer is trying to reel us back in for second. Boyer got a big run off of turn 2, now into 3. Maybe he's got a shot at second place. Periodically at a fast car. Here he comes, thought about it, but now decided to back off. And Johnson is working his way up here. Looked like he was going to try to go to the outside of Harvick. Harvick pulled up in front of him, and now Jimmy's going to try the bottom. Johnson going for fourth. Been a while since he's won the Southern 500 at Darlington, but if he can do it here, he can lock himself into the playoffs. Putting Ryan Newman below the cut line on Eric Almirola. Busch is now 3.5 seconds ahead in the clean air. Still a little bit of a ways before we get to lap traffic. Caution. 68 laps to go. Caution is out again. All right. So we're gonna have to pit. Gonna be right on the edge on fuel, which we should make it on fuel. It's just a matter of will the tires actually hold up to the finish. I don't know. We'll see. Kyle Busch wins the race off of the pits again. And here we go. Green flag back in the air. Kyle Busch leads us back to the green. Who will win the battle into turn number 1 as we get the edge on the outside by the bumper, but we can't quite clear him yet. Very tight on the top of the track up here. Trying to hold the line. Kyle Busch has the advantage off of turn number 2. As he is able to hold on to the lead. We drive it in deep into turn 3, trying to get him back. We were just too far behind. Two questions. Will our tires hold up to the finish? And if they do, can we run down Kyle Busch? I feel confident we can get the lead at some point in time if we stay green to the end, but we really have to take care of those tires. We've been able to run 60 laps at the longest without that right front tire blowing up and having to bring it onto pit road. So a 65 lap dash to the finish. Man, I really don't know. We're gonna have to save about 5 laps more than what we have all race long. That's gonna be difficult, especially while trying to hold all these guys off behind us and not fall too far behind. You can guarantee I'm gonna hit pit road again. Make sure we can make it. As long as it's not too late in the race, we're not giving up too much track position. And now Boyer gets under us. Truex into the side of us. More contact. We got really loose after that. So we're now back to 4th. Trying to hold the bottom. Look at Johnson right up the middle. More contact. Unbelievable. And now into the side of the 41 of Suarez. $60 to go. Oh, and around. Trouble. Turns 1 and 2. Caution is out again. And that would be strike number 2 on the race for us. Wow. Well, we're going to have to repair damage. We can't take tires or fuel here, though, because that just wouldn't be fair. So that's our second strike in this one. One more and our day's done, so we got to be careful here. It looks like we'll have about 57 laps to go when we go green. We'll restart back in 11th. So here we go, green flag back in the air again. $56 to go. Three wide down to the bottom. Oh boy. A little contact with Hamlin. He goes backwards. Probably wasn't the smartest thing to do given the predicament we're in. A little bit of contact the right side of the car too is going to wear that right front out more and more. Oh man, loose up the exit of the corner. As we were able to straighten it out, a little contact with Hamlin behind. Now we stacked the field up. That could have been a lot worse than what it was. And now Hamlin is there. More contact with the 11. Unbelievable. Got a little rear bumper damage though after Hamlin got around us when we did get loose off of turn 2 a couple laps ago. Kyle Busch leads. Martin Truex Jr. in second, Jimmy Johnson third. 51 to go. Three wide now, Harvick and Reddick. Trying to pinch that 4 car up. We're going to get around him and Reddick. 2 passes in 1 corner through 3 and 4. That'll move us up to 8th. 50 to go. Out of the inside of Boyer. Jones blocking the bottom. And moves up to try and block the 14. Got a run off of turn 4. Still looking to the inside. Not giving us a lot of room as we're kind of squeezed into turns 1 and 2. Sliding up in front of him and moving into 6th. And now getting a run to the inside of Keselowski for 5th. We'll beat him into 3. Definitely got a fast car at this point in the run. Through turns 3 and 4. Nope, not that time on Bowman. Got a run on the 88. Into turns 3 and 4. That'll move us up to 4th. Johnson running right up near the wall. Never hit it though. It's going to give him a lot more straightaway speed down the front, so we're going to have to duck in line behind him. A little bit of a draft down to the inside. Into turn 1 for 3rd. Very tight, trying to clear him. Off the exit of the corner we will, up to 3rd. Bowman now trying to go for 4th. We'll walk him off. About 2 seconds off the lead. And now side by side with Martin Truex Jr. for 2nd. Kyle Busch approaching lap traffic very, very soon. And we're going to get around up to 2nd. 2nd and a half now, back of Kyle Busch for the race lead. Man, nowhere to get around Truex that time. That's going to cost us a lot of time. Bowman, who is in 3rd now, is trying to get us 2. Look at how quickly the 88 closed in on us. Finally able to get around Ryan Truex. We lost a half second on Kyle Busch. We were a second and a half off the lead. Now we're about 2 seconds back. Ooh, a little contact with BJ McLeod. .42 laps to go. Busch now gets around Castle. So will we. Half second back of the race lead now into turns 3 and 4. Oh, driving it in deep. Oh, into the wall now. Welcome back, Ravish. Yeah, again, sorry, we had network issues that we, unfortunately had to start up a second stream to finish this race. Feel really bad. We had a lot of people watching it once when it happened and haven't had any since. We had such a great race up to this point, and even still, we have wrecked twice though, so we're on our final strike with 40 laps to go, but we need to get around Kyle Busch and hope our right front tires can make it to the end of the race. Busch though, trying to block as he gets to the inside of the 3 of Austin Dillon. Now to the inside for the lead. Through turns 3 and 4, Ryan Blaney back out in front. A lead change at the line using Joey Gase as a pick. 39 laps to go in the Southern 500. I don't think the right front tire is going to make it to the end. We had to make 65 laps on it. I guarantee we blow that tire here, we're going to wreck. And a third wreck and we're out. So we got a lot riding on the line here. Might be checkers of records here in this one. Ooh, just squeezing around the outside of Ryan Preece. Russ Castro, how's it going? Oh man. Hopefully we can get the viewers back by the end of this one that we're watching. We had up to 13 at one point in time earlier in this race. I'm honestly thinking about pitting here the next couple laps because I really don't think that right front's going to make it. And that would give us 4 fresh tires to try and run these guys back down. We're not good enough on the short runs because, again, it took us about 30 laps again that I don't think we could just wait for a caution. The longer we wait, the less we're going to have fresher tires at the end of the race. But at least if we pit soon, we'll have about 30 to 35 laps. Try and run them back down again. I think we're going to pit this next time by. Risky, but I think it's going to be the way to go. Just got to make sure we don't miss pit road. We did that on the first green flag stop of the race. This will be our 3rd green flag stop of the day. Got to make sure we don't speed. We didn't. Good job. 4 fresh tires. Just get a full tank of fuel in it and we'll get on our way. And try to run these guys down to the finish. Had 8 cautions today. I just don't feel confident we're going to have another one. We've seen races like this a lot recently where we'd get a lot of cautions at the start of the final stage and then you get a long green flag run to the finish. I have a bad feeling it was going to be that case again here for the final 65 laps. So here we go. Got to make this stop count. This is our money stop. And thanks for everybody joining back for the finish of the race. We're off and running, so we... Ooh, man, we're a lap down, but we've got about 30 lap fresher tires now. On these leaders, it's time to go. I think it was the best thing to do. If we would have ran it to about 5 to go and we would have had to pit, we would have never obviously made up this time. Would have had less ground to cover, but at the same time, only 5 laps with fresher tires would not have been enough. Ooh, Ryan Priest gonna get in the way, a little contact, slowing us up. Every little bit of contact is gonna slow us up enough. Can we make it to the finish? Stenhouse kind of guarding the bottom and he slides up into us. We're into the wall. Did not appreciate that. Felt like we held our line. It was obviously going to get tight anyway, but... lap cars just not giving us any leeway here. I mean, I could see the lead lap cars putting up a fight, but... You know, we've won every single bigger race slash crown jewel race this season. We won the Daytona 500, we won Talladega, we won the Coke 600, we won the Bristol night race last night, but this... looking like the streak of having wins in the bigger races on the season is going to come to an end. Ooh, Harvick moved down right in front of us. Really didn't want to pass to Benedetto on the top. I knew we were going to catch BJ McLeod too. Get Harvick in the next corner. Oh man, Corey LaJoie. It took the line away getting into the corner. I'm definitely catching Kyle Busch pretty quick. Despite the lap traffic kind of slowing us up a little bit. Oh man. Oh, into the back of the 38. We don't need a caution. That would trap us a lap down. Dang. We're almost pushing this car too hard at this point. Three wide into turn one. Jimmy Johnson having a stellar day. Needing the point. Kyle Busch obviously looking to win the prestigious Southern 500 and nab 5 more playoff points before the playoffs start in a couple races. Again, the next live stream today will be at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Hopefully we don't have network troubles in that one. It'll be the 6th race of the season on the hardest season in NASCAR video game history. We'll go to Texas. Again, for that season, no cautions. No stages, frequent AI wrecks, less tire grip instead of normal on the cars. So that'll make for a wild one. Should get our lap back here within a couple laps on Kyle Busch. He's dealing with a lot of heavy lap traffic. Here's Bowman. He's got a big lead on Alex. Alright, nice to see we're getting the viewers back here by the finish of the race. And after the difficulties with the network issues, with about 100 laps to go in this one. King Jackson, how's it going? We are catching Kyle Busch. Again, we have to pass him to get our lap back. Ideally, if we can get a caution after that point, that would save us a lot of time. I don't think we're going to catch all the way back up to him again in these final 18 laps. We got about 30 lap pressure tires as we try to run these guys down. Ooh boy, keeping it off the wall there. 17 to go. Kyle Busch has got just such a fast car. Oh man. And tight off the exit of 2 with Suarez and Stenhouse around us. It's taking a lot longer to unlap ourselves than what I originally thought. Taking us less than 20 laps. Got about 3/4 of a track to try and catch him. Now can we catch up that much in a full lap? So we are going to get our lap back into turns 3 and 4 now. We're in 11th. Kyle Busch just snuck around the outside there on his 2 lap cars though. 15 to go. 14 for Kyle Busch. Busch has a huge lead even on Bowman. He's just hoping we stay green to the end, or at least until we get to the white flag, which would signify the next flag will end the race. Yeah, I'll try to remember to do the age verification. We can get the other paint schemes up. Oh man, into the back of Castle. That was that attempt there. He was moving down slowly, and now Castle gets loose. What a save by the 00. Right in front of the leader of Kyle Busch. Busch had to check up a little bit. Got 13 to go. We're still about 29 seconds off the lead. I mean, ideally, we need like a lot of lap cars to just form like a pack right in front of Kyle Busch. That would be ideal for us. Either that or a caution. Preferably a caution. Should be able to get quite a few more spots yet before the end of this, though, I would think. We've been catching Denny Hamlin and Tyler Reddick in a hurry here as of late. Remember, they were 20 seconds ahead of us almost 10 laps ago. Man, look at how loose we are. You got to keep the foot in the gas, though. It's all or nothing at this point. Do have a lot more air, open air in front of us. We got Parker Kligerman coming up. Got a good run off of turn 4. Hopefully we can catch and clear him before we get into turn 1. Good enough. About as good as you can get there to get around him. We're pushing the car as hard as we can here at this point. 10 laps to go, though, for Kyle Busch. Lead down to 26 seconds. Did we pit soon enough to give us fresh tires for enough time to the end of the race? Or was it just a few laps too late? Now we hit 10 to go at the line. Busch is going to hit 9 to go. Barely had to lift through 1 and 2 that time. We got the car to stick pretty well. Again, we are driving this car as hard as we can. Byron lets us go on the top. Enough room to get around Dylan quickly on the bottom. Man, that car got tight into turns 3 and 4. Really had to slow it down quite a bit. Oh, no. Now, Truex is kind of holding us up. Car Sports Z's, how's it going? We have less than 10 to go. We passed Hamlin. Now we're going to get around Reddick for 9th. Eric Jones not too far ahead of us. Less than a second. 8 to go. We are now 23 seconds off the lead, but we are not pacing a quick enough time despite being faster on 30-lap pressure tires than Kyle Busch. We are going to need a caution. But we are up to 8th. I think we can get to the top 5, but it's going to be tough beyond that point. Not shaping to be good here. Caution! Caution is out! And that is going to save us more time than anything else could have. With 7 laps to go, the field will be bunched up one more time. Unbelievable. Well, we're set up for another classic Southern 500, that is for sure. Doesn't look like anybody else is pitting. We'll pit for 4 fresh tires again. Might as well, we got nothing to lose. Unbelievable. In 11th, we've got a lot fresher tires now. Almost 45 to 50 laps on the leaders, and the green flag is in the air. Only 3 laps to go from 11 to the lead. Gotta send it 3 wide through turns 1 and 2 on the restart. Kyle Busch trying to hold off the leaders to the finish. How much ground can we cover? Harvick trying to block us down to the bottom. Now for 6th into turns 3 and 4. Driving it in deep. Trying to get it to stick as best as we can. Still 3 wide. Truex fades back. 2 to go at the line now for Kyle Busch. The caution. may have helped us at least get a better shot to win this one. To the inside of Boyer. For second off of turn number 2. We are there. Kyle Busch, will he throw the block into 3 and 4? He can't get down soon enough. Sliding now through 3 and 4. Can we clear the 18? Yes, we will. Blaney to the lead, coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go in the Southern 500. The caution came out late in the race. We pitted for 4 fresh tires, and a miracle to say the least. And we're half a lap away from victory. Unbelievable. A little bit of luck, but a never quit attitude, and Ryan Blaney wins the Southern 500. Wow. It was by no means a dominant race, but we got the job done. And I believe we only got one more crown jewel to go. We just got to win the Brickyard 400 and the next race on this season. Wow, 3 hours total time on the race here today. Right on the nose. 3 hours, 18 minutes. We had 12 cars finish on the lead lap in this one. Brian Newman, huge playoff implications, finishing dead last and 40th. And Johnson having the great day he did. He might be able to sneak back into the playoff picture. I think Castle brought out that last caution. Landon Castle, Jamie McMurray, Matt Tift, Kurt Busch, Logano, and Newman all DNF'd here today. We take a look at the playoff points battle. Johnson has moved past Newman. Jimmy has a 3-point advantage on Newman going into the final race of the regular season. DiBenedetto in 22nd. He won at Martinsville earlier this season. That is why he is locked into the playoffs, and Jimmy is in the last spot instead of Newman. Larson's got a mathematical shot on points still. He'll need a lot of help though. And Eric Almirola sitting all right. Plus 35, but he could, or plus 25, sorry, but he could use more. Yeah, Ravish, that's part of why I really wanted to start that toughest season, is to try and make it a lot tougher for us. That was the whole idea of me trying to come up with a different kind of season, and so far so good in that season for me. It's still early enough in the year, and we don't have a giant points lead, but it is comfortable. We'll see how we can maybe come back. That will wrap it up for this one. 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time later tonight. Here you see Kyle Busch led the most laps. 127 laps led. We couldn't have led more than 50 laps in this race. But we somehow won both stages and the race. A little bit of luck. Later today, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Texas Motor Speedway, race 6 of the toughest season in NASCAR video game history. Hopefully I see you guys then, and have a good one. If you enjoyed this one, hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button for more daily NASCAR content, such as full race live streams like this with a realistic broadcast, and I will see you guys later today.